Hi everyone, welcome to another Africa Tech Live video. David here, and today we are going to be talking about jailbreaking. But first, I'd like to introduce you to a little device of mine. This is Brandon. Brandon is an iPhone 11 Pro, my iPhone 11 Pro. Why do I call him Brandon? Possibly because he has three eyes, three cameras, like three eyes. And bears a certain resemblance to a certain three-eyed raven. So Brandon Stark. Well, anyway, today we're not talking about camera systems or rushed endings to TV shows that could have been better. No, today we are talking about jailbreaking. Africa Tech Lab is a channel where we discuss various types of technology from an African viewpoint. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified of future releases. And now to today's video. First of all, let's go into a little bit of a history about jailbreaking. Now, what is jailbreaking? Now, even though it does sound like something illegal, like you're jailbreaking, breaking somebody out of prison, actually jailbreaking is very, very legal. It's covered, it's protected by law in the United States, the UK, and other countries where you do have digital law rights. iPhones run a software called iOS, and iPads run another version, a slightly different version called iPadOS. And these softwares, when they come from the factory from Apple, are locked down in such a way that the user is not allowed to modify them apart from what Apple has said can be done with these softwares. So by jailbreaking, you sort of unlock this software for modification so that you can add or modify it in such a way that you can add extra bits of code that do different things. These extra bits of codes are called tweaks, and there's a whole ecosystem of developers, of people that write tweaks, write software that are incorporated into different tweaks and then can be installed onto iOS. Now, in order to do this, you need to first of all jailbreak the iPhone, and there are different types of jailbreaks, different methods of jailbreaking, and then you need to install what we call a package manager. A package manager is sort of like the software that controls the different types of tweaks, installation of the tweaks, removal of the tweaks, and sort of links different sources for different tweaks all together into one place. Then there are different types of package managers. Cydia is the most popular package manager and is installed with a lot of jailbreaks, but there are other package managers available out there as well. Now, to go into the whole detail of the different types of jailbreaks that are available for different devices and different iOS versions is a little bit out of the scope of this video, so I shall leave a link down below. Now, Apple's iOS software and iPadOS software has come a long way since the very first iPhone. If you remember, the very first iPhone was launched without even an app store. So this current ecosystem of complex iOS functions and apps available to do so many things, and certain improvements that came with time, year over year. Apple modified iOS software and added on different features that have made it the full-fledged OS that it is now. But along the way, right from the beginning, when jailbreak started, people started finding ways to optimize iOS to add different things, different functions, different capabilities, apart from what Apple initially intended the software to run. And over time, some of these updates and some of these tweaks have been added to iOS as official Apple updates. As an example, I remember when I first got my iPhone 3GS. I've been jailbreaking my iPhone since the iPhone 3GS days when I got my first iPhone. The iPhone 3GS, the home button, a lot of iPhone 3GSs had a problem with their home button, whereby if you used it too much, the home button tend to stop working or used to accumulate some dirt under the home button and it became unresponsive. So in order to combat this or reduce the chances of this happening, there was a jailbreak tweak called Activator that allowed you to use gestures to simulate the home button. So you could swipe certain ways on the screen, and when you swipe on the screen, it simulates the action of you pressing the home button so that you don't have to press the home button as much as you would have if you didn't have that gesture tweak installed. Now, if you remember, when the iPhone 10 came out and Apple removed the home button, how did Apple replace the function of the home button? With a gesture-based system. So you see, a lot of these ideas that Apple has incorporated actually do come from previous tweaks. In fact, there's a whole list of tweaks that have been incorporated into different versions of iOS. So as you can see, jailbreaking does foster creativity among different developers to find ways they can bring iOS and improve iOS to do more things and make it more capable for individual users. However, even though iOS is now more capable than ever, some people, myself included, still want to do more with their devices than what the current iOS does allow. So the jailbreaking is still very much alive and still very much active, and there's a whole ecosystem of jailbreak tweaks available to be installed on your iPhone or iPad device. For example, one of my favorite jailbreak tweaks is and always has been Activator. Remember that tweak that I mentioned earlier that allowed you to replace the home button with gestures on the iPhone 3GS? It's still available, and I still use it for so many functions. For example, on my iPhone 11 Pro, I use Activator to simulate the changing track buttons for when I'm playing my music and I want to switch to the next track. All I have to do is long press the volume up button. If I want to switch to the previous track, I long press the volume down button. And if I want to quickly turn on my flashlight, I just press the home button and the volume down button at the same time to turn my flashlight on and off. Now, stock iOS doesn't give you these options. Okay, so you can see in this way, by using a tweak, I have given my device extra options or extra functions than Apple initially intended it to do. And that is the reason behind jailbreaking in a nutshell. There are several other reasons why people jailbreak. Some people want better access to the hardware to run like modified versions of iOS. Some people remove unwanted parts of iOS that they do not need in order to reduce the amount of space it takes up on their phone. So many reasons why people jailbreak. Now, different parts of the world have different digital rights laws. In the US, as far as I know, jailbreaking is protected by the law. You are allowed to legally jailbreak your device. I do not think there are any laws in West Africa pertaining to jailbreaking specifically, but I can imagine if we do have digital rights laws, you will be allowed to modify your device the way you find or the way you see fit, since after all, it's your hardware and you pay good money for it. Now that you know more about jailbreaking, do you want to jailbreak your device, or do you feel that there are other reasons why people should not jailbreak their devices? You can also comment about that down below. So if you like this video, click the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button. And then if you click the bell icon, you will get notified anytime new videos are added to the channel. But for now, that is it for this video. Enjoy your tech, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.